Okay, now what we can do, we can select the template. You can select the template, create a new project. First thing we discussed that after opening the template, you can go to units UN and you can set the units according to your requirement. After the unit setup, now you have to start with the modeling part. But for modeling, you have to take the references from the architecture model. At least you have the architecture model. If you have architecture and structure both are available, then it will be good. You can attach both the models. So the thing is, now we will understand how we can insert those Revit models like architecture model and structure model in our current template so that we can start working on MEP projects. To start the working, what we can do, we can go to insert tab. In insert tab you will find there is an option link Revit. That means you have to link one Revit model into a different project of Revit, so you can use link Revit.
So this is same project but with architecture project.
Different. Whatever the project is, that doesn't matter. If you have to attach a Revit project into second different project, you have to use link Revit.
Okay.
That doesn't matter, that is architecture, structure, MEP, whatever. Whatever you want to attach, you can attach with the help of this option, link Revit. Go to link Revit and you have to go to the file, wherever your file is available. So I will share you the file also for the practice part. So my file is Revit Model, I think so. In here I have a architecture model and corresponding structure model. So what we can do, you can select your architecture model. After selecting the architecture model, it is showing you the file type .rvt because this is a Revit project file. Below this there is an option of positioning. If you click on this option, there are various options available for the positioning part. But the default one, it is automatically came up with internal origin to internal origin. So the thing is, like, if you want to attach two models, like one is architecture model, one is structure model, that means that location is crucial. If location is different for architecture and different for structure, that means they will not overlap one another. That will create problem. So best solution is when you insert a Revit model into a different project, you will majorly prefer internal origin to internal origin. Whatever the internal origin of the model which you are trying to link in this project, that internal origin will match to our current project internal origin. Means internal origin. If you click on open, wait for some time, it will got linked.
What is internal origin?
In AutoCAD you have studies about coordinate systems. What type of coordinate system in AutoCAD you are using?
I don't know.
Origin point. Wherever is the 00 value of this linked project, that is origin of this linked project will connected with our origin of existing project. That is on the top you will find this is a project 2. Currently, because we have not saved it till now and we have not renamed it, so it is default as a project 2. The origin of project 2 and the origin of this linked model, architecture model we have linked, both come at the same location.
Okay. But 00
current internal origin?
Internal origin.
Exactly.
For both.
For both.
Even if the parts origin is somewhere else, internal
origin will be same. Okay. For both the models.
Okay.
Because we have to integrate multiple model, like architecture is one and second one is structure also, so we have to match according to the internal origin, so that will not change the locations of any model. Now architecture is attached, but if we have the availability of structure also, so that will be better. But at least architecture has to be there, because how we will understand, how we will know where is the what type of space, like there is a room, there is a office space, there is a washroom, whatever is there, we will understand by the help of architecture model. After this architecture model, again go back to link Revit. If we have structure also, so you can again repeat the same process. Link Revit, select the structure, again the same format you will receive. Click on this open. It will overlap. Now,
how to see?
because that is already interlinked with this architecture.
Yeah, yes.
Now, when you move your cursor, select. Now properties you will find. This is structure model. If I will select this one, this is architecture model. So you have two projects in there. First thing to understand, we will do all the MEP modeling part with the reference of these models. So we have to prevent any modification of the location of these models. Otherwise everything got disturbed. If they moved slight a bit with reference of anything other, whatever we are trying to do in the MEP modeling, so that will be create problem. So as you learn in AutoCAD, we have an option layers. In layers, if we lock the layers, that means that will freeze. We will not do any modification. In Revit, we have an option called pin. Pin means we will lock those things. We will not able to change in those location. Any modification we cannot do until we unpin those projects or items, whatever the pinned. Let's say first we will select this architecture model. Whenever you select this one, you will check the ribbon toolbars. Whenever you select any component, it will automatically go up to modify tab. If we deselect, automatically come up with the existing window. If you click, it will automatically open the modify tab. In modify tab, you have some modify tools in here. First we will learn about the pin and unpin. Pin means lock. Now it is locked. Now you cannot move this project. Now second one is this one. Pinned. Now we have pinned both the models. Now we want to select.
We can't.
Even we can't able to select the model. No. It's not the reason of pin. Selection has to be there, na.
Yes.
Only the modification part will lock, but there has to be a method how we can select this. We will discuss that thing. But pinned means we cannot do any modification, either in the location or either in the size. If you want to select, you cannot able to select any type of models, these models. So now for the selection part, we have some type of filters in Revit. Those are called selection filter. On the below of this project browser, here you have some options. These are your selection filters. Which item you can able to select or not, that will be defined with the help of these selection filters. There is an option of pin. Select pinned elements, but there is a cross over there, red cross. That means you cannot select any object which is pinned. That is will be disabled by this filter. That is the reason we cannot able to select those pinned elements. But if we click on this one, that means it is unchecked, enabled. Now if we go here, you can select. But you cannot modify. Because it is pinned. Neither you can delete nor do any type of modification. If you try to delete, it will give you a warning. Pinned objects were not deleted. To delete them, unpin them before using delete.
Sir, since we are linking this, we initially Revit link. If we do any modify in this structure or architecture, will it affect in that original file?
The thing is, we don't have the rights to modify.
For some type of updation we are giving. I am asking for to do this dirty. I want 10 feet, some extra space. They are saying modify or mention it and give it to me like that. They are asking. So I should be
that will be possible, but that depend on what type of server that industry is using. That depends on that server.
Okay.
There are some features, but only with the help of Revit it is not possible. We have some other cloud sharing options.
Yeah, like PDM.
Only with the help of those you can do this thing. Okay. Only with the standalone software it is not possible.
Okay. But if in the ATA we are not using, we are using standalone.
Okay. Now we have unpinned that selection. We have disabled. Now you can able to select either the pinned element also.
Yes.
You can select. First one is linked. That any object which is linked to current project, you can select or not. We will disable suppose. Now these are the linked elements. So you cannot select like this. This is underlay elements. Underlay elements what means? Let's say we are on second floor of a building. At second floor we are able to see the first floor object. But we cannot select. That is called underlay elements.
Okay.
We cannot select if it is disabled.
Okay.
But if it's enabled, on while you are on the second floor, you can able to select the underlay elements, whatever the below of that floor. That is the second one.
Okay.
Third one we already discussed about the pinned element. Fourth one is select element by face. Let's say this is a wall. You have to, if you want to select this wall, you cannot select by click on the center of this face if this is disabled.
Then how will we select?
Near edge.
Okay.
You have to go to the edge side.
Okay.
You can able to select the wall only near the edges. No. Near the edges I said.
Okay.
Near the edges you have to click.
Okay.
But if you click on the center of the face, you cannot select any type of object with the help of face. If this is disabled. Now you can enable, so you can easily able to select by clicking anywhere on the face.
But okay, it will be
These are the selection filters.
If in overlay, like 3-4 phases on overlay, if I enable this one, I will just click.
It will be easier.
Okay.
These are called selection filter. Whenever you try to do some type of selection not happens. So you have to understand that there is something happens in selection filters. You have to directly go for the selection filters. That's the main important thing. Now come back to the point. We have this architecture model. That is a different thing. Whatever we discussed according to our concern, we will focus on the things. As I said earlier, we cannot able to cover up 100% software. We cannot able to 100% software. Otherwise, it will take 6 months to complete the Revit. So you can select this Revit architecture model. Whenever you select, it is already pinned. But there is an option in the properties. You will find there is an option of edit type. Go to this edit type option. In this edit type option, you will find the option room bounding. You have to enable this room bounding option. Now we have a question that what is this option? Now let's say there is a room in architecture. But what is this room? We don't know, because that will be defined in architecture only. Now we have linked that. If we want to create this as a space to calculate, let's say you have to calculate the lighting illumination, you have to calculate the heat load for this. So you have to create this one as a separate space, so that you get to know that how much airflow you required for this space. So you have to define this one as a space. How you can define? You can go to the Analyze tab. In Analyze tab, you have an option of space. If you click on this space option and you will move your cursor inside this boundary, click. It is saying space is not in a properly enclosed region. Now this will not detect it as an enclosed region. If it is not an enclosed region, we cannot do any type of work.
But it is enclosed. But in that linked
it is enclosed according to architectural term.
Okay, but For MEP, it is
Now, what is this? If we select this architecture model, go to edit type, there is option room bounding. You have to enable this option. If you enable room bounding, and after that you will come back here and go to space and click on here. Now it will create this space.
Okay.
That's the reason you have to
room
enable
bounding.
the room bounding. Otherwise it will not detect the enclosed boundaries
Okay.
of any space. Got it? Okay. This is the reason I explained you what is this room bounding only. After this I will disable these selection, so it will not get selected. Now this is a room, but we have to create a space according to these rooms. We have various rooms in there. All complete project is not possible to do, so what we can do, we will treat this one eastern part, we will neglect this western part. Now before creating the space, let's say we create a space, go to space, in enclosed this boundary, click here, space 1 is created, right click cancel, or either you can press escape to exit the cover. Now this is a space created. What we can do, go to view tab. In view tab you will find there is option of section. To create any type of section you can use this section view. Or we have added this section on the quick access toolbar because we used this section. Click on this section, specify first point, drag your mouse, specify second point. It will create the section. Suppose you have to change the direction from this to this, so you have double-headed arrows, you can change the direction. In the section which direction you want. Now right click on this section, there is option go to view. If you can click, you will go to that section.
Which
you have created this, na?
Yes, sir.
Just right click and go to view.
Okay, now this is showing in front side, east, like that.
No, front, no, this is
South.
the direction, now you have defined.
Okay, from south we are seeing.
From south we are seeing in the direction of north.
Okay.
This is the section you are
Okay.
get. Now we have defined only on the ground floor, so we will minimize it, we will crop it, you can say, and focus on this specific floor.
Okay.
If you select this one, this dash line comes up here, that means this 4000 mm, that means 4 meter is the limit of the height for this space.
Okay.
The space you created, this is the space. But the thing is, we have to focus only on the below ceiling part. Whatever below from the ceiling, we have to focus on that part only. So whatever the height of this ceiling, that we will have to use in this space creation. So first option, how we can measure the height. So we can create the dimension. How? DI for dimension. Specify first reference and second reference. This is the height of ceiling, 2438. This is the first method to calculate the ceiling height. I will select and delete this dimension. Go back here. This is the floor plan. Floor plans 1. If you can move to ceiling plan, you can double click over here. These are the ceiling plan. If you can go to annotate, there is an option spot elevation. Select and move your cursor in here. What is saying? 2438. This is the ceiling height.
Okay, spot elevation means it tells the height.
It will spot elevation means height. So it will spot the elevation.
Okay.
So our height is 2438.
Okay.
These are the two methods
But in this
which
view,
can be used to identify the ceiling height.
in this view we have three levels.
No.
Floors.
Yes.
But how it shows, like if it is different level, different heights means how it
Which in ceiling plans you have different.
Okay.
We have
different
selected
floors?
only the single one.
Okay.
Okay, and after 10 or 15 minutes you will get to understand these also labels. So we have defined. Now select this one. Let's say we will offset it 2438 only. Now you can cross check with section. If you can select it, there is no any dash line option. This is the height only you are going to use. So accordingly we can create the spaces. Let's say every time we have to click on single part. So what is the easiest option? You can select the space, specify your offset value first 2438, whatever you have to use. There is option place spaces automatically. Click on in here. All the spaces created. You can cross check, but everywhere name is space. Again we got confused with the name. Every location has the name space. Like while architect do the planning, it will or he will explain every location that this is a office space, this is a waiting area, lobby, auditoriums, restrooms, whatever. If we can incorporate those room name with here as a space name, so that will be easy for us to understand what type of space is there. So now in the same analyze tab we have an option space naming. We want space naming to be replaced by room names. So click on this space naming. You want to use these room name in the space names. You can click on OK. Now everywhere you can see this is the office space, reception, storage, exam, office. But let's say architect has not defined the room names, then it will not happen. That depends on if the room names are available in architecture model, then you can easily replace the names. But if name are not available in architecture, then this will not happen. So you have to manually enter each and every space name. For an example, let's say this is an area, space is the name of this area, but we want it, this is let's say waiting area. So you have to manually define each and everything.
So in here it was space 17 because architecture did not
mention anything in here.
Okay.
Like shafts, everywhere space, because these are shafts. These will not named by architect. Even these are not named by architects. Or everything is a space. Now, first thing, let's say you want to delete any space. If you can select and delete, it will delete it, but there is a warning came out. A space was deleted from all model views, but it still remains in this project.
Models,
that means that is currently in this project, and model both are the same things for Revit. Don't get confused. If there is a model, that means there is a project. The same thing. To delete that space, I will undo first. Space name is space 27. I will select and delete it. It will pop up a warning window. Let's say we want to delete completely from the model. Space 27. What you can do, you can right click, go to browser. There is a second browser named as system browser. You can click on system browser. In this system browser option, you can go to systems, click on this zones, default, define it. There is space 27 with question mark.
Okay.
Why this is question mark? Because you have deleted from this
model
view, but this is exist in the project.
Okay. There is a space with all the specification, but no location.
No location is there. Now what we can do, let's say we don't require these in the model. Right click, delete. Now these will completely deleted from the model. And after this we can close this window. Now we don't use. Whatever we have to use, only these remains. Got it? After this, let's say select this section line and we will move this section line over here.
How to click? Just left click?
Just click and drag. Now select, right click, go to view. Fine and wireframe. You will know there is a slab, concrete slab up to this grid only.
Yes.
After this grid, this is an open area to connect all the stairs.
Yes.
That means there is no top boundary, no?
Yes, sir.
So total height becomes up to in here 74 feet.
Okay.
Because architect model is in imperial, doesn't matter. Total height is 74 feet
Okay.
according to this area only. But we have this total as a single space.
Okay. It was created for rooms, but
This is the space. Now first we have to divide this space with the help of this grid. After this, height of this area is to be covered up till here.
Okay.
And second one, for this one, total height is 74 feet.
Okay.
What my point?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. These landing spaces will be
Exactly.
calculated separately, and this whole shaft.
Yes. Now first DI, we will use this one with this one, not top ward, bottom. 4957. Go to plan, not the ceiling plan, floor plan. Because in ceiling plan you will find that space separator got disabled. If we
Space
go to
separator.
floor plan,
Okay.
there is option space separator. You can use only in the floor plans, not in ceiling plan. Select the space separator. You have to separate this space with this grid. You can go to first point, drag, second point.
Okay.
This will separated this only. Move this one to the center. But there is no space now. So we will create manually. Okay. Now this is corridor. Let's say this one is extended corridor. Now the height we required 4957. So this we required 4957 total height. And the total height for this one is 74 feet.
But how will we change it?
That's the real. In Revit, there is no any tension of conversion. You can write 74 feet, enter it. It will automatically convert it. No tension in Revit.
So
Whatever unit you have, you can enter, it will automatically convert.
It can be done in imperial also.
Whatever.
If we have to do like 10 mm.
Whatever, that doesn't matter. In Revit, you can use multiple units. Now go to the ceiling part. You can check this one up to here and this one up to here.
Okay.
You have created.
Sir.
Now all the spaces according to the requirement you have created.
Sir.
After this, now we will understand what is this ceiling, floor plan, multiple disciplines. We have only the two, but we have multiple stories, no?
Yes, sir.
So we have to create it all other floor plans also. First thing, either you can do this thing before creating the space, or you can do even after creating the space.
But floor plans should be created by the
Sorry,
floor plans should be created by architects.
architect is already created, no? That's why you are seeing them.
Okay.
But in your template, those are not available.
Okay. Okay.
That is your responsibility in your template,
Okay.
not theirs. Let's say go to any elevation. We can move on to south elevation accordingly. Whenever you open any template, that before attaching this before linked this architecture and structure model, you have a template, na?
Yes, sir.
Let's say I will explain again. Control N. You have selected a template.
Yeah.
Systems default metric, and you can open up.
Okay.
Let's say you can go to any elevation. You will find there are two levels by default available.
Okay.
Level 1 and level 2. These are default one. That means in this one there are two levels which came up with the templates. You can able to select only those two. All these are the levels you can not able to select because these are a part of architecture and structure model.
So we enabled that select link.
You can only select the whole model at once, na?
Yeah, we deselected that linked items. We deselected.
I know. What you can select with that?
Parts.
No, you can select the whole object only. Architecture model complete.
But we are able to select that parts also.
Where?
Previously, before we are pinning down,
Yes.
you showed me that we can select parts also. Separately, we can select parts. Walls.
How? I will enable all the options.
Okay.
Now, how we will select? This is a whole model, na?
Yeah.
No, not a single option.
Okay, sir. So we have to select that.
You
in order to select that levels-
cannot able to select directly because these are the linked models only. If that is that is also we can do in linked model. Then what is the logic for these linked models?
Yeah, yes, sir.
That is the complete project, na?
Okay, yeah, yes, sir.
Then what is the role
It is
for
the
linking?
same full big
Yes.
project, yeah.
That's the reason. Okay. Now you cannot able to select
You
these
cannot
templates,
easily
but you
select-
can select your own template levels. First thing, there are two type of levels. We are seeing architecture is there and structure levels are there. We will take the reference from architecture levels only. So how we can disable the levels of structure model? There is, we are seeing all the levels.
Yes, sir.
Architecture is levels are there, structure
74
levels are
feet,
there,
760.
and two levels of current project is there.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to control the visibility of any model, any part, so you have to control the visibility. That means visibility graphics is there. V for visibility and G for graphics. VG. It will open up visibility graphics. In visibility graphic, we want to control the visibility of linked models. So you will directly move to Revit link. Which link? Structural. Click on this display settings. Convert this to custom. Go to model. Convert this also to custom. Again go to annotation. Convert this also to custom. Now levels are in the annotation categories. So under annotation categories, according to alphabetical order, you will find there is a option of levels. You can disable this, give it OK. Now I will click on apply. You will check the differences. Click on apply. All the structure levels disabled.
Okay.
Now these are whatever you are seeing currently, those are only the architecture levels.
Okay.
We have controlled the visibility of structure models.
To control that, we have to go to
Visibility graphics.
Visibility
Exactly.
graphics, we have to select that structure or
Architecture. Whatever you want to control,
In
you
that
can
we
go
have
to
for levels in these program, we have to go to annotation.
annotation part.
And then we go.
Now we have two levels. One is level 1, one is level 2. Level 1 is coinciding already with level 1 of architecture. No need to change.
Plus
But
we put
our level 2,
origin, internal origin.
no, that is the different thing. This is the level 1, na? Height. It is also at 0, it is also at 0.
Okay.
So that means they are coincide with each other.
Okay.
But our level 2 is at 4000 and architecture level 2 is at 18 feet. That means these are not having the same level.
Yes, sir.
So in AutoCAD, you have learned a command named as align. Shortcut is AL. So we will use the same AL. There is no need to enter AL only. Select the reference and select the object. It will got aligned. Now this level 2 already. After that we want to create other levels also, like level 3, level 4, level 5 and roof. These are all the levels, and also top of footing. We require these levels also. We do not require west parapet, west roof, corridor. We require only the main floor levels. First thing, you can create the level and you can align, like you align level 2. Example, in architecture tab you will find under datum there is option of level. If you are on floor plan, this automatically got disabled, because levels only show up while you are in elevation, because that is defining the height, and height you can see only with elevation, not the floor plan. Second option, the shortcut for level is LL. Double L means you can press double L or you can go to level. You will find there is option line. You can define any point, like first point, second point. There is a level. After that you can align. But the thing is, level 3 comes under HVAC floor plan, but not under power, not under lighting, but we required everywhere, na?
Yes, sir.
Now let's say there is option plan view types. Click on this one. Here we have 3 options: ceiling plan, floor plan and structural plan. This comes under floor plans 3.
Yes, sir.
Structural plan also get added.
Okay.
Before this there is no any structural plan,
Yes, sir.
and there is no any ceiling plan as level 3.
Okay. But it was there, no?
Selected, there is a selection, but it will not come up. If you will use that one under architecture, you will find all those things. That means there is no use to create the levels manually. I will undo. Now there is no any level 3. Okay. What we can do, if we have the levels available in architecture model, we can copy those levels from architecture to current project.
If it is not mentioned in annotation or in some other form, they have mentioned.
If there is an architecture model, that means there has to be levels, no?
So
How we will define the height of the floors?
Instead of annotation, they have made it in some geometry.
No. There has to be levels. This is the simple process by which they can easily able to create the architecture model, structure model, whatever. There has to be a level. That is like this not happen that there is a model you will receive and there is no mention of the levels. That is not possible. Okay. There is a building you have to create. You have to mention the floor heights.
So like, if all the floor heights are same,
okay,
they give it in note, not in dimensions or not in levels.
Not in the model. There is no any note come up.
Okay.
Those notes come up while in the detailing part. While you have received the sheets or PDF format, there has to be a total notes, nomenclatures, legends, all those things will come up only with the sheet, not in the model.
Okay.
In the model, they will have to specify whatever need to create that model. Okay, that will not ever possible without levels.
Okay.
As I told you. So don't need to worry, there has to be levels. Okay, so the thing is how we can copy levels from the architecture to current project. You have to go to collaborate tab. Under collaborate you will find there is option of copy and monitor. Or we can say copy or monitor. That means this single command will use either for the copy or for the monitor, or you can use for both copy and monitor. You can click. From where you want to copy?
From the linked.
From linked. That means you have to use select linked. Click. From which link? Architecture. When you move your cursor over here,
okay,
it will give you the window detail in here below part. Architecture is there or structure is there? Architecture. Click. Got selected?
Yes, sir.
Now check these top options. First we want to copy. Click on copy. We have to copy 2 or more levels. That means it is better open the multiple option. Use the control key, press and hold and select all the level. Top of footing we required, level 3 we required, level 4 we required, level 5 we required and roof we required. I think it got selected the parapet. I will escape. I will again press control, top of footing.
We can't just unselect one item.
With shift. Whatever happens. Okay, this copied only the footing because we have not enabled the multiple option. After this we require this and this because already top of footing is copied. Now you can have to click on this finish, not this one.
Okay.
This finish because you have to exit from copy only. Now these are the levels you have copied. These are your levels. Which levels you are copied, if you will select on these, you will find there are the options of monitor. Monitor means this will going to monitor the architecture levels. If there is a change in architecture model levels, then they will give you a pop-up window that there is a change in architecture level.
It won't change, but it will
give up opening while we open our project. It will give us the pop-up window if there is any change in levels. But level 1 and level 2 are the default levels available in this template. That means that is if you select level 1 and level 2, there is no any monitor. That's the reason we have not finished it. Now we want to monitor only. Click. You have to select the object in pair. Means level 1 of current project, control, level 1 of architecture. Now it got monitor. Again, level 2 of your current project and level 2 of architecture. This is also monitor. Now you can finish. If you will select everything, every level is monitor now. And monitor means this will give you a pop-up window if there is any change happens in architecture levels. Got it? This is how you can create number of levels, copies from the architecture. Now you will find
how it will pop up, like the updation will be
that depends on architecture model. Na? If there is any change happens in architecture model, then accordingly it will pop up.
If I may accidentally change it like that.
Sorry?
The changes, how the changes will happen?
Change will not happen. It will give you only the warning.
No, the architectural model.
Yes.
Architectural model.
That depends on architect, na?
Okay, whenever the link I open this one, if someone have already changed or updated, no?
As I told you, in the enterprise, that depend on the enterprise. If there is a server from which you have linked that model, if that model is got updated, then you will receive the coordination alert, that is called, because you have linked that model. This is not that it is got transferred in this project. There is a link available. If that link is updated, that means there has to be an update in our current project. Accordingly, we will receive a coordination alert that there is a change happens in this. Accordingly, you can connect with concerned department from which it got updated, and accordingly you can discuss that we have to update our work according to current modification or not, whatever. That depends on the project need or project scenario. You will find these two levels are default one, others are copied, these 5.
Yes, sir.
Is there any difference you see?
Black, blue, sir.
Black and blue, nothing else. You can go through with project browser and these levels. You can able to identify anything?
Project browser it is not updated, sir.
In project browser there is only level 1 and level 2 floor plan, ceiling plan, but
Sir.
for remaining 5 there is no any floor plan or ceiling plan available in any of the discipline. That's the reason these are black.
But the main reason we copied is to get into project browser, sir.
That's the main reason, because if we don't have level we cannot able to create the floor plans.
Ah,
That's why we created the levels.
yes, sir.
Now if we have the levels,
Yes,
after this we can create these floor plans and ceiling plans
Okay. with
according
this
to
level
the
only we
discipline.
have to get
Exactly. That's why we copied these data. Now after the creation of these levels, how we can create floor plans and ceiling plans with respective discipline. Now in electrical you have two subdiscipline, one is lighting, one is power.
Okay.
In mechanical we have only HVAC.
Mm.
If you go here, we have created a section. Let's say I will delete that section. We have in mechanical we have HVAC. In plumbing we have only the plumbing. Now firefighting has to be there. Firefighting is a part of mechanical. That means we have to create a subdiscipline for mechanical also. That is firefighting.
Okay.
We have to create a subdiscipline also
Okay.
for firefighting.
Yes.
That comes under mechanical discipline.
Mm.
So discipline is there and subdiscipline is there. Now while creating the floor plans and ceiling plans, we can create disciplines, subdiscipline also. But what define that which we are creating floor plans, those floor plans will come up in which discipline or in which subdiscipline, that we will be defined with the help of view template.
View template. Okay.
That
That
will be defined only with the help of view templates. Now while creating the floor plans or ceiling plans, we have to select that specific view template. According to that template, software will decide that these floor plans or ceiling plans comes under this discipline or this subdiscipline according to that view template.
Come for only elevations.
These levels we have created, and levels we are only able to create on the elevation part.
Elevations.
After the creation of these levels, we can able to create floor plan and ceiling plan for the respective levels which you duplicate, because that is not available in here in project browser. So how you can create? Now go to view tab. In view tab you will find there is a plan views. Go to plan views, there will be floor plan. First let's say we have to start with floor plan. Go to this floor plan. We have all the latest levels, but where we define that we are going to create the floor plans for HVAC or for plumbing or for electrical lighting or for electrical power, there has to be that we will define with the help of view template. Now to define the view template, you have to go to this option, edit type. Click on this edit type, you will find this option. In here you will find view template applied to new views, whatever new views you can create. So which template is mechanical plan. Now select this mechanical plan, this mechanical plan. Which discipline it is? Mechanical. Which subdiscipline? HVAC. That means if we create according to current settings, those will be comes under HVAC floor plans. Let's say as it is. Okay. For all these, select and give it OK.
That comes under floor plans.
Comes under HVAC floor plans
HVAC.
because we have selected the view template.
Yes.
Okay, close this one again. These all becomes blue.
Yes,
Black means there is no any views created with respect to that level. That is black. If we have created respective floor plans, then it will automatically convert to blue color. Okay, that color confusion clear?
Yes, sir.
Now come back. Plan view, ceiling plan. Go to edit type, go to none, select the mechanical ceiling, again HVAC is there. Okay, okay. Roof doesn't have ceiling. Footing plan doesn't have ceiling. So you have to select only 3, 4 and 5. Okay, these are the basic things. Give it okay. Prospective ceiling plans created. Mechanical HVAC is complete, but there has to be a firefighting also. So go back to plan views, floor plan, edit type, click. We will duplicate this mechanical plan, copy it. We will name it as fire fighting plan. Okay. Now in firefighting plan, discipline is the mechanical, but subdiscipline is firefighting, and firefighting is not there. So what you can do, you can just try to write whatever subdiscipline you require to create and give it enter. It will create it automatically.
Okay.
Give it okay. Give it okay. Now there is no firefighting, so you have to create all the floors. Firefighting is there, floor plans is there.
Okay, from level 1 to 3.
Let's say we required ceiling plans also for firefighting. Go to edit type, go to click, again copy this mechanical ceiling with fire fighting ceiling.
Firefighting. Okay. We gave data there.
Exactly. For these 5. Now ceiling plan is also there. Now it will complete the in mechanical you will find HVAC and firefighting both. Mechanical is got completed. Okay. Now in plumbing we required only floor plan. Edit type. Yeah. Plumbing plan. Okay. Okay. Do not duplicate. 1 and 2 is there. All the remaining you can select and give it okay. It will create it.
So we select all of them and give do not duplicate. It will reject 1 and 2.
No. It will create again a copy.
Okay.
It will create again a copy. Now we will move on to electrical. In electrical we have lighting and power. Floor plan, edit type, edit type. In electrical we have only single option, electrical plan. Power is selected. So we have to create a duplicate for the lighting also. Lighting plan. In lighting plan we can go to the lighting discipline. Lighting plan.
Okay, I have a doubt.
Yes.
If we go to the electrical, we have in electrical plan, ceiling plans only come, like how do we difference?
In lighting, in electrical we have lighting floor plans, we have power floor plans.
Okay.
First we will create lighting for this subdiscipline. Now we will select this one because this one have a subdiscipline of power. Now we will give it okay and we will create the floor plans under power also.
Okay. Okay.
Now we required ceiling plans under lighting. Plan views reflected ceiling. You have to select the accordingly.
Okay.
Electrical ceiling. There is a lighting option. Okay.
Okay.
Now this all completed. Electrical, lighting and power, mechanical, HVAC and firefighting, and plumbing.
Okay.
Now after the creation you can rename like 1 dash lighting, 2 dash lighting. So you can say 3 dash lighting, 4 dash lighting, 5 dash lighting, roof dash lighting, 1 dash ceiling electrical, 3 dash ceiling electrical, 4 dash ceiling. Accordingly you have to rename all these labels name. After that it will say like you are ready to work on this project. It will be a complete setup to start working for the MEP model.
Starting
This is all the setup only, na?
all the setup
We have not created any type of modeling work.
with the architectural model we are doing everything.
This is all you have to
This step
go
1 for
through.
everything.
Exactly. To start with the